Welcome back to Tech Pulse, your go-to show where we break down the latest breakthroughs, breaches, and battles in the world of science and technology. I'm Zaper.
And I'm Puck, your front row seat to curiosity, skepticism, and the occasional tech meltdown. Make sure to hit subscribe, drop a like, and share this with that one friend who still insists their password is 1234.
Today's headline is nothing short of massive. We're talking about one of the largest alleged data breaches ever. A cybercriminal coalition claiming to hold nearly 1 billion Salesforce records. That's right, 1 billion.
And not just any hackers. This group calls itself Scattered LAPSUS Hunters, a disturbing alliance of infamous hacking crews like Shiny Hunters, Scattered Spider, and the original Lapsus Gang. Basically a hacker supervillain crossover event.
Here's what went down. The group launched a dark web extortion site listing 39 major corporations as victims. Names like Google, Toyota, FedEx, Disney, and Home Depot. We're also talking about consumer brands such as Walgreens, IKEA, Marriott, even Chanel and Cartier.
It's like scrolling through a who's who of global giants, except this list comes with a threat. They're demanding ransom payments before October 10th, 2025, or they'll leak the stolen data. And this isn't just emails, it's reportedly personal details, names, addresses, birthdays, social security numbers, and corporate contact info.
Exactly. Several companies have already confirmed breaches linked to Salesforce incidents. Allianz Life lost data for 1.4 million customers. TransUnion had 4.4 million records exposed. Even Google admitted hackers accessed a Salesforce instance tied to small business contacts back in August.
And here's the plot twist. The hackers aren't targeting each company separately. They want Salesforce itself to pay a master ransom to cover everyone. Basically, pay us once and we'll stop attacking your customers.
They're even threatening to send proof of negligence to law firms and regulators if Salesforce doesn't comply by the deadline. It's a cyber extortion campaign mixed with legal blackmail.
Now, Salesforce says their core platform wasn't hacked. No code vulnerabilities, no direct breach. They're calling this a sophisticated social engineering campaign. Hackers apparently used voice phishing, literally calling up employees, pretending to be IT staff, and convincing them to approve malicious OAuth apps.
Right. Google's threat intelligence group tracked this operation between August 8th and 18th, attributing it to groups labeled UNC 6040 and UNC 6395. The breach was facilitated through compromised authentication tokens, particularly from third-party tools like SalesLoft Drift AI, which integrates with Salesforce.
So, in short, the hackers didn't break in, they got invited in.
But that defense might not hold in court. Salesforce is already facing 14 lawsuits in Northern California alone, alleging negligence and failure to detect malicious applications. Millions of users could be represented in these class actions, and that's a serious dent to Salesforce's Trust First brand. All right, listeners, now that we've broken down the facts, it's time for the part we love most, our takes. Let's stir the pot a little.
Here we go, buckle up.
I'll start. Salesforce is responsible. You can't be the world's leading CRM holding billions of customer records and then claim no accountability when third-party integrations are exploited. "We weren't hacked" isn't good enough when your ecosystem becomes the attack vector.
Oh, come on, Zaper. That's like blaming Apple because someone installed a shady app on their iPhone. The hackers didn't break Salesforce's defenses. They manipulated humans. If anyone's to blame, it's the companies that didn't train their employees against social engineering.
But that's precisely why Salesforce should step up, because their business depends on trust and oversight. They promote integrations, yet they fail to vet or flag a malicious OAuth app that granted full API access. That's like selling a vault and ignoring the fact the keys are duplicated.
Still, you can't bubble wrap every user. Tech ecosystems thrive on openness. You lock everything down too tightly, you strangle innovation. Salesforce built flexibility, hackers exploited it. That's not negligence, that's the cost of scale in a connected world.
Flexibility shouldn't come at the expense of a billion people's private data. There's a line between innovation and irresponsibility.
And yet, the real danger here isn't Salesforce, it's the coordinated power of hacker coalitions. This Scattered LAPSUS Hunters Alliance is a global cyber mafia. They're using extortion tactics that merge technical precision with psychological warfare. That's the future of cybercrime, and that's what we should fear.
I agree the hackers are terrifying, but if major cloud platforms keep deflecting blame, we'll just keep seeing bigger breaches. Trust is currency in tech, and Salesforce's stock just took a hit.
Fair, but let's not pretend Einstein's equations can fix human error, and no cybersecurity equation can either.
So, to wrap this up, Salesforce's systems may not be cracked, but their reputation definitely tested. 1 billion records hanging in the balance and an entire industry watching how this plays out.
It's a wake-up call for every company relying on the cloud. Your weakest link might not be your code, it might be your colleague.
That's all for today's episode of Tech Pulse. If you enjoyed this heated deep dive, drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe so you never miss a moment of the future.
I'm Puck.
And I'm Zaper. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, in tech, the pulse never stops.